All right, we are live, counting up, not counting down. Well, folks, welcome. I'll give you some time to join us here. Remember, it's not join with us. No, nos únete a con nosotros. I think maybe you would say that in Spanish. We say join us. So, well, guys, it's Friday, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday, everybody's favorite day of the week. Now, I'm testing the audio right now. Now, I want you to pronounce that word with me. Audio, not audio, audio. Aw, like awesome, like brother-in-law. That's a very, very important sound in English, aw. In fact, speaking of brother-in-laws, my brother-in-law, Marcos, just joined us. Hey, Marcos, right? Join scene 2. Eso es. Oigo mucha gente unir, join to your class. No. Join our class, no? Únete a nuestra clase, pero no usa preposición, no preposition there. So last week I didn't do a live video. So this week I am testing the audio. Now I've got a mic here. I don't know if the audio sounds, can you guys hear that? I'm like tapping. To tap is this. I'm tapping the mic and well, hopefully you guys can hear it. Maybe, I'm testing some audio things. I've got all around me, I've got this kind of padding, this foam, right, espuma, and this is soundproofing. So I'm testing a few things here at home. As many of you know, I've been on sick leave, de baja médica, for quite some time, for over 2.5 months now. The good news, right, we don't say good news, we would say the good news. The good news is that I'm back on my feet. Kinda, right? Now, I want to look at two things here. To be back on your feet, estás de pie otra vez, means literally in my case. And also it means like after a difficult situation that you're back on your feet. Think about boxing, right? If you're a boxer, if you get back on your feet, well, that means you get up. So this is great news. I started stepping yesterday. I don't know if you can call what I'm doing walking, but I am on crutches and I'm, well, making progress. So thank you so much to all of you guys who are saying, we miss you on Vaughn Radio. Even Richard is saying it, the boss. We miss you. I miss you guys too. And that's why I do these live videos. I don't have as much energy as I usually have because even though I'm making progress, well, I still have a long way to go. Me queda mucho por delante. And the other thing I wanted to look at, because I said back on my feet, kinda. Now, kinda is kind of, technically. But we've created a new word like gonna, wanna, right? And kinda is casi. So are you hungry? Kinda. I'm kinda, otra vez, it's kind of, but we say kinda. I'm kind of hungry. I'm kind of tired, right? Kind of is a little bit. And we use this a lot. I'm sure if you listen, if you watch series, if you watch movies, you'll hear this kinda a lot, which is really a new word that came from kind of. So if you'd want to say it, perfectly correct, you would say, I'm kind of hungry. But I would never say it that way. I'd always say, I'm kind of hungry. Okay? So are you tired? Kinda. Un poco, a little bit, right? So I want you guys to try and use that. It's the reason I tell you and the reason I share this stuff with you is because I think this is the English we're using, okay? And I don't know if all these books teach you kinda, because maybe they'll say kind of, and I know you all know the word kind, right? Right? Tipo de. What kind of car do you drive? Do you drive a convertible? Right, kind. Also, kind is a synonym for nice. You're a very kind person. You're a very nice person, right? The opposite would be somebody who's mean or rude, right? Good to know adjectives. Adjectives will always help you become a better speaker because what do adjectives do in the end? They're words that describe. So they make our language, right, more colorful. Okay, so we'll read some of your comments very, very shortly. I wanted to tell you guys a few things. Next week, we'll be doing a contest. I'll give you more information, and we're going to be giving away T-shirts which is really cool. Everybody likes to get free stuff anyway. So many reasons, guys, to follow me on all my different social media outlets, because I use Facebook. I probably use Twitter more. And the one I use the most would probably be Instagram. But you can find all that stuff on my website, which is albertoalonso.com. That's the easiest way. And then you can find Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. In fact, speaking of YouTube, every Friday we have a new video that comes out, and it's English on the Go USA. And well, this English on Go USA, if you're a John Lennon fan, you're going to love it because, well, we're in strawberry fields. So that'll be coming out around 2 o'clock. I think if you're subscribed to my YouTube page, you should have access to it already. I'm not sure. As I said, I'm not really working, but I'm still creating content and sharing content with you guys, because I think this summer is probably one of the best times to really, take that leap. It's a salto, that jump. Leap is a synonym for jump. Always good to know synonyms. So the same thing, adjectives, synonyms. If you know the word car, well, learn another word, vehicle. That's a difficult one to pronounce. Pronounce it with me, amigos. Vehicle. Do you have a vehicle? ¿Tienes coche? ¿Tienes vehículo? Vehicle. See, I know you would recognize the word, but it's a tough word to pronounce. Now, I hope you guys can hear me okay. How does it sound? I mean, later I can listen to the sound myself and hear it, but I'm just curious how it sounds to you guys live. All right, well, let's read some of your comments over here, amigos. Always great to hear from you guys. Ionut says, hello from Paris, Alberto. Have a nice weekend. Thank you very much. Ionut, always a pleasure to have you on board, one of my superstar students. Ionut says, I'm running out of data, his data plan. There's another word, data or data, whichever you prefer. Doesn't matter. Data, data, tomato. So yeah, that's one of those words that you can pronounce either way, like vase and vase, something that you put flowers in, right? It's a vase or a vase, right? Okay, so let's see. Jean, I'm going to try and pronounce your name good, all right? Where are you? Jean Jameau? Jean. Jean Valjean. I love Jean Valjean. Oh, man. Les Miserables. Hello. Hi, everyone from Switzerland. Checking in. Great to hear from you, Jean. Let's see. Natalia Peña. Hi, people. What's up? Natalia Crew. Mi Peña. My group, my crew, right? Fins Els Naso says, hi, Alberto. Nice to see you again. Thank you very much. Always a pleasure. Even though I'm not seeing you guys physically, it's always nice to read your names. It's almost like doing roll call. Do you know what this is? Roll call or attendance, taking attendance. Roll call sounds like the military as well, but it's the same thing. It's saying, Jones, okay, here, present. So it's kind of like doing roll call when you guys send us your comments. And then I know that you're here and you're learning with us, right? Let's see. Javier Flipada. There we go. Javier Flipada. Hi, Alberto. Good to see you again. Well, guys, I'll tell you what. Today, in today's live session, a little bit later, not yet, we're going to take a look at a blog post that I wrote for Javier Flipada's blog. So if you guys want to follow along, we're going to take a look at the article, because I don't only like to write different things for you and create content, but I also like to guide you and teach you how to maximize your studying, how to really make sure that you're having fun. That's key, right? Because there are fun ways to do things and there are tedious ways to do things. And that's what experimenting is all about, all right? So let's see. So Javier Flipada, stay tuned. We're going to talk a little bit about English and movies, right? Learning English with movies and all the different things that entails, right? Que conlleva, que tiene. Mohamed, there he is, ready to rock and roll. Mohamed says, hello, dear teacher. I'm happy to see you again. Each day you are better than the previous. God bless you. Well, hey, Mohamed, I am trying to get better. I'm doing the best I can. And thanks again to your comments. And I've got to say, the doctors, I have 3 different doctors who have looked at me I have a wonderful physiotherapist taking care of me every day for an hour and a half. So I go to the pool. That's why I have a lot of color. I haven't been to the beach or anything, but I go to the pool because, well, I'm not on vacation, but I can't feel like I'm being punished either for being injured. And the pool's great for me. In fact, the doctors were like, excellent. And I guess that's why they said to me this week, they said, Alberto, you're ahead of the game. I don't know how you say this in Spanish. To be ahead of the game means that you're vas por delante, same thing, right? You're ahead of the game. You're doing, so if I should be stepping at the end of the month, I'm stepping now. So getting strong now, Rocky 5. Getting strong now. I will be back on the air. I will snowboard again. This is not, maybe, I hope, I'm going to get better by hook or by crook. Do you know that expression? That means no matter what. Two different ways to say, doesn't matter what happens, no matter what, by hook or by crook, I will get better. And I think that will, speaking of the word will is voluntad, right? The will to do something. I think that's the first thing you need to get better in any situation, not just a knee injury like mine. The first thing you need to get better in any situation, or to overcome or to get over, same thing, overcome, get over. Again, synonyms, is to really say, okay, let's face it, enfrentártelo, and deal with it with a smile. I love it, as you say in Spanish, con filosofía. Te lo tomas con filosofía. That is a wonderful, one of my favorite Spanish expressions or idiomatic curiosities. All right, so thank you very much, Mohammed. Again, thanks to your comments. I'm sure everything helps. Even my doctor said the sun hitting your face for 20 minutes or half an hour a day is helping your recovery. So everything counts in small amounts. Everything counts in small amounts. Well, I guess you guys can hear me okay. I guess the audio's all right, because right now I don't have anybody saying, Alberto, I can't hear you, or what the hell are you saying? So this is good. Let's see. Kud Gray says, hi, Alberto. It's amazing to see you again. Thank you very much, Kud Gray. Always a pleasure to have my students here with me. And you know what? Even more so on a Friday. So I'm excited because this Friday, a very good friend of mine, Jermaine, is coming in. He's Venezuelan, but he lives in London. So he's coming in for the weekend to visit. So I'm excited. It's always good to have friends come to visit you, especially when you aren't as mobile as you used to be, right? But little by little, listen, guys, for 2 months, I could barely get off my sofa. And now I'm moving around. Yesterday, I walked with my crutches. I walked 1 kilometer. Well, just going to the bathroom, going to physical therapy or rehab, whatever you want to call it, like rehabilitation. We say the same thing, rehab. So everything counts. Every little thing helps. And the same thing with your English. I love how everything is applicable, right? Everything counts. Every little drop counts. And if you don't think so, my grandfather, the late Alberto Lembo, he's dead. When someone has passed away, they've moved on, poetically speaking, we say that, right? So he taught me a lot of different things, and well, that's one of them. Every little thing counts. I would leave food on my plate, and he would say, that's 33 milligrams. He said, someone could live off that. You know, the typical people in Africa are starving, which is true. We shouldn't be wasteful. It's never good to be wasteful. But he used to know the exact milligrams, and he taught me the importance of being precise. Now, perfection doesn't exist, but you can search for precision, right? There's perfection versus precision. And I don't speak English perfectly. I'm sure I make mistakes. Well, you Spanish people I know, the Spanish followers, Madrileños, you guys say laísmos and all that stuff, right? We can talk about pronunciation. Some people say, that's not how you pronounce it, right? But who's the boss here? Like, this is language. This is something that people use. And no matter how much you put the rules down, people are going to use it. And the language will adapt to society, right? Because society will take the language and do what it wants with it, right? The language, it's not that the language limits and controls us. We kind of do, by speaking, by repeating things, by making certain words popular, we're in control of the language. And that's, I mean, as a society, that's why words come in and out of style, right? Las palabras entran y salen de moda. They come in and out of style, right? So great, guys, great. Okay, so a couple more comments, and then we're going to take a look at the Javier Flipada blog post. Now, you got to go to his website. It's flipada.com, okay? Flipada.com. And, slash Alberto dash Alonso slash. Oops, here we go again. Here we go again with that internet vocabulary. I know you guys hate it. Now, did you get it the first time? I'm going to give it to you one more time. This way you guys can follow along with this. Seguirnos. Now, there's audio on the article, but I'd rather go through the article and, well, maybe look at the vocabulary with you, and we can basically do a reading exercise together. All right? So you have to go to this website, and this is good. Hopefully, Flipada, you'll get more more views. It's a very interesting blog website, and I recommend you guys subscribe. Flipada.com. And so here's what you have to put in. Now, I want to say something in English, and at this point, at this stage in the game, please don't say www. We know. Okay, so don't waste your time. Don't waste your energy. We're done with that. We don't have to say that anymore. We don't have to say www. Yeah, I know. Do you want to say http / colon? No, it's redundant. It's ridiculous. We know it. It's www. Okay, so where you start the website, you say flipada.com. That's easy. Punto is dot. Pronounce it with me. No, it's dot. Dot. Okay, so it's flipada.com. I want to hear those M's. I have a lot of students that mispronounce the M. So they say .com. I'm like, that .com won't take me anywhere, right? So .com slash. Do you remember slash? We looked at it 2 weeks ago when I was giving you Jennifer's website. Slash. Yes, the guitarist of Guns N' Roses. Correct. But also slash is barra, right? In fact, to cut something is to slash it. And if you look at it, it looks like a cut, right? I think it reminds me of these radio commercials I used to hear as a kid. We are slashing prices, cortando precios a mitad. So slash, barra. So you just don't think of the word, think of slash. It almost sounds like it actually, I never realized it, but it's an onomatopoeic word. Slash, right? Flipada.com / Alberto, that's me, dash, now dash is barra in Spanish, okay? Dash Alonso. Now in the United States, I would have to specify Alonso with an S, because in the United States, there are a lot of spellings of Alonso with a Z or a Z if you're British, a Z, right? Like I remember the famous basketball player, Alonso Mourning, if you guys followed the NBA back in the day, Alonso Mourning. Now, it wasn't spelled morning mañana, right? The early part of the day. It was spelled morning, Mourning. And that word is a period of sadness when you lose someone. So if you are in mourning, it's when my grandfather, Alberto, passed on or passed away, we were in mourning. We mourned him, estar de luto in Spanish. So see, we can even learn from retired basketball players' names. All right, so I'll give it to you all together. Oh, and there's another slash at the end. I don't know if you have to put that or not, but let's practice. It's great, guys. Anything can be a lesson. Remember that. If you want to learn, you can practice, all your internet all that stuff that we use these days that we didn't use when I was a kid, because we didn't have internet until I was probably maybe about 12. I don't remember exactly. So it's flipada.com/Alberto-Alonso/ okay? Did you get that? All right. Let's see. We've got some more comments over here. Belen Plaza. She says, "Hi, Alberto. You look great." Thank you so much, Belen. I'm trying to keep positive, and hey, every day it gets a little bit easier, right? And as I said, your comments, it's wonderful. Social media, I know a lot of people say trolls and all that and haters, but we here, our community of English learners, Spanish learners, myself, learners in general, we prove that stereotype wrong. Not all social media, not all internet is, fake news and all that garbage that's out there, right? So we're here to learn, but before that, first and foremost, we're here to have fun. On this planet, I don't just mean here today. I mean we're here to have fun, right? And to love each other. Don't forget that one. I think even love each other before have fun. All right, I'll stop philosophizing. You can tell I have a lot of time to think. You can tell. Se nota. Let's see. Thank you again, Belen. Jay Lima, there he is, checking in. Hi, AA. You remind me of, just missing an of there. You remind me of James Harden, the beard. Fear the beard. Look it up. And dude, Jay, I know the NBA. Come on, man. I mean, I don't watch all the games or any. I don't even watch any games. But I do love basketball. I love the NBA. And every time I go to the United States, I try and catch a game. So he said, I know who James Harden is. Look it up and you will see what I mean. He's an NBA player. Keep up the great work, Master. Blessings. Thank you very much. The only difference is he's African-American and I'm Caucasian. But hey, he could be my brother from another mother. I wish. Then he would take me on his private jet and we would travel around the world, bring my dog, Simone, my wife, see, faraway places, VIP treatment. But no, I don't know James Harden. The only thing we have in common is that we're both, two things. America and the beard. Fear the beard. Let's see. Excuse me. What I just did, this is to clear your throat. I cleared my throat because I had some phlegm. Recognize the word? Phlegm? So I had to clear my throat. Aclarar, we say. Denise and Nicole says, "Hi, Alberto. I'm back from the trip and happy to see you again. Hope you're getting better day by day." Absolutely. Thank you very much. Step by step. Never said better, right? Step by step. Paso por paso. Baby steps, little by little. And that's what I'm doing right now. It takes me, I'm like a snail. A snail is un caracol, right? Comes out after the rain. So I'm like a snail right now. But hey, step by step, little by little. 2 months ago, I was in the hospital, under anesthesia. And it was very traumatic. And now I at least feel human. For a while, I felt, when you're a patient, you just feel like a vegetable a little bit. You can't do anything. And and a lot of you, thank you for the comments. I see them on Twitter, on Instagram, wherever, even here. Alberto, come back as soon as you can to Vaughn Radio. We miss you. I can't wait. I can't wait to come back. I miss doing the show. I miss the daily interaction. But hey, in the meantime, mientras tanto, you guys have got this. You've got Facebook. As I said, Instagram, I use a lot. It's Alberto _ There's another internet word, Alberto _ Alonso. And what else? Twitter. I'm Alberto. As I said, the easiest way, I hate going through them all, so just go to my website, albertoalonso.com, and click around where it says social media and all that. Look at my eyebrows. Guys, I have to say I'm a little bit shaggy. Shaggy. Do you guys know Scooby-Dooby-Doo? Where are you? I'm a bit shaggy. Why? Well, you don't take as good care of yourself. My eyebrows do they look? Yeah. Guys, this is what happens. You just, you know, when you're injured, your priorities change. So my hair, you know, but hey, the important thing is the content, not my look. Some of you say, I like you without the beard. I like you with the beard. The content is the key here. Well, it's true. It helps if the teacher looks okay, but please forgive my appearance today as, well, as you guys know, I'm still injured, and I will be for several more months. But as you can see, I got the right attitude. I don't even like to think about, I'm injured. I don't even like to repeat that mantra, right? So I'm recovering. Doesn't it sound better? I'm a patient. No, I'm in recovery, or I'm recovering. It sounds great. It's all how you see it, guys. Half full, half empty. We say the same thing in English, half full or half empty. Let's see, Carla Caputos. Hey, Carla, how's it going? She says, hello, Alberto. Hopefully you are on the mends. Awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm on the mend. I'm taking my first steps. These past 2 days, I've been stepping, and I'm able to stand. I mean, I always have my crutches nearby. Nearby is another way to say near. And I can stand, which is great. My left leg is so happy right now because it's been bearing the brunt. To bear the brunt is the main weight of something. It's been bearing the brunt of my whole body. My left leg, because my right one, I couldn't step. And now I can step. So my left leg is thanking me a little bit. And now the right leg, as I said, little by little, stepping, using the crutches. And soon I'll be running 10Ks again. I'll be snowboarding down glaciers. At least I have to believe that myself. I realize that. The first step of any recovery is believing and visualizing yourself coming down the mountain again and being strong. So, and then you got to work hard. Every day I put 2 or 3 hours. I got nothing else to do. I put 2 or 3 hours into my recovery every day. That's because of my rehab in the evenings. And then I spend an hour. I'm very, very fortunate. I'm very, very lucky that I have a pool. And this has been helping me recover as well. So flipao. My wife, this is where my wife would say, flipao. Carla says, you look great. Thank you so much, Carla. David, what's up, David? He says, hi, mate. I know you want me to, but I can't kiss you with that beard. David, you should kiss me no matter how I look. Great to hear from you, buddy. Hope you're enjoying your summer. Jay Lima says, you look wise with the beard. I was thinking of starting my own cult. No, I'm joking. Hey, well, listen, for now, my wife has already said, okay, you can shave it now. But for the time being, I think this beard is going to come with me until the end. It's going to be like a symbolic, I think. Let me know. I know some of you like me with the beard, without the beard. But let me know if you think, because what I'm thinking, I mean, I trim it. It's trimmed a little bit. But for me, it's become more of like a symbolic, like when I'm strong again, I show my face and I come back and I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions. So thank you very much, Jay. You look wise beyond your years, Obi-Wan Kenobi. All right, well, guys, let's take a look at this article, this blog post that I wrote for Javier Flipada. As I told you guys, you can check it out at flipada.com/Alberto-Alonso/ and in English, it's called Star-Studded English. Now, star-studded means there are stars everywhere. It means it's beautiful. It's full of celebrities, if we're talking about stars in that way. It means fantastic, wow, brilliant, star-studded, right? And well, I translated it in Spanish, and in fact, the article translation, that was Javier who translated it. So it's not easy too, because it's not just translating words. Anybody who knows who's a translator, you have to translate an idea, and sometimes it's not the same words to convey or transmit. Two different, again, there we are, our synonyms, to convey or to transmit an idea. So check out the blog post. As I said, flipada.com is a great blog. I'm not just saying it because I wrote and because Javier is a superstar student, but there are some fascinating articles and science, movies. The one we're going to talk about today is movies, as you can tell, un inglés de película, star-studded English. All right, now, if you guys want to check out the article on your own time, it comes with audio, so you can hear the audio, and not in Spanish, only in English, okay? And those of you who don't speak Spanish, well, you can use it as a Spanish lesson as well. And thank you, Javier, for the lovely introduction. I'm not going to read it because I can't read it. It's so nice. It's going to sound like I'm like, oh, Alberto, you're the best. Javier, thank you so much for the opportunity. And again, for the wonderful introduction. I'll let you guys read that part on your own. Remember, guys, now what we're going to do is we're going to look at the article together. And if you guys read, and I recommend you read a lot, that's how you learn new words, that's how you learn structures, you reinforce ideas, your brain is, working with your eyes, all that stuff, right? But at the same time, it's really important that you try and read aloud, okay? Now, the problem there is you might mispronounce things. But hey, you got to at least try, right? But the more you listen, the more you read, the easier it gets. It's that simple, okay? So let's take a look at this article, Star-Studded English, un inglés de película. I bet you never thought your teacher would tell you to watch more movies and TV shows until now. As your English teacher, I highly recommend you watch movies, series, or my personal favorite, documentaries. I enjoy the latter because you don't only learn English from them, you also learn a wide array of other subjects: science, history, art, nature, and culture in general. I will point out the advantages of watching content in English. I'll also give you some tips to help you maximize the viewing, listening experience. The movie's about to begin. Shh. Okay, let's go through each part. So I'll read each part, and then we'll look at the vocabulary in each little paragraph, okay? So I bet, apuesto, supongo, right? Apuesto, I bet. You guys know that bet and win, be win, right? Bet and win. I bet you never thought your teacher would tell you to watch more movies, TVs, series. Okay, careful with this one. It's not serious, it's series, whether it's one or whether it's three. Sopranos is my favorite series. I watch a lot of different series. Same word, same pronunciation. Okay, it's not seriouses or anything like that, or series. It's series, one series, two series. Okay, documentaries. Careful, I've heard people say documentals, because in Spanish it's documentales, but remember in English it's documentaries. Now, I enjoy the latter. This is another one, el último, no, the latter. It sounds like later, but it has two T's, the latter, right? A wide array, there's another vocabulary word. I said you learn a wide array, a wide range, amplia gama, right? Wide range of other subjects: science, history, math, science, history, unraveling the mystery that all started with the Big Bang. Bang! See, I got a musical mind. Okay, the next one, I will point out. To point out, destacar, I think you say in Spanish. I will point out the advantages, pronounce that word with me, advantages of watching content in English. I'll also give you some tips to help you maximize the experience. The movie's about to begin. Shh. Very important that you're able to make this sound. Shh. Shh. Okay? Because, well, sugar. Then you can pronounce sugar, right? And sure. Why not? Shh. Okay? Practice that. If you don't make that, I know Sevillanos. I have a lot of Sevillanos friends and students. That's a tough one. Also, guys, remember, pronunciation problems that a Spanish person have are going to be different than pronunciation problems that maybe a French person would have. So bear that in mind as well, okay? So good, first paragraph. Second paragraph here. Let's face it, las cosas como son. Let's be honest. We all love movies. Whether you're a geek like me, who knows every detail of every movie, or a passive moviegoer, or a Netflix binger, we all can agree that movies don't just entertain us. They form part of our lives. Like the scent of a lover's perfume, or a song that brings us back to those crazy high school summers. They can transport us to another time and place. They remind us of people and moments that have shaped our lives. So my question is, if we love movies so much, why not get to know them just a little more in depth and learn English from them too. All right, so let's take a look at the vocabulary. Let's face it. Let's be honest. Just another way to say that. A geek. A geek is somebody who loves to do things, right? A specific thing. I'm an aviation geek. Okay. Detail. A moviegoer. This is an interesting one. When we put the word goer at the end of something, it means somebody who attends or goes to that. So if a moviegoer goes to the movies, the cinema, what is a churchgoer? Somebody who attends church, a churchgoer. Okay, and what about a festival goer? Oh, somebody who goes to a festival. That's interesting. Festival goer, church goer, right? These are people who attend a certain thing, right? Asistentes, you say. So it's a cool little suffix there in English that we look at, right? A church goer, right? I love that one. A club goer, somebody who goes to clubs. You say discotecas, we say clubs, nightclubs. A club goer. I remember in New York, this is the best guide for club goers. La gente que acude o asiste, people who attend clubs or go to clubs. All right, so this is a nice little goer thing. I like that goer. Or a Netflix binger. Now to binge watch is to watch like a whole season in one sitting. To binge when you eat is so it's to consume a lot, to binge, right? A lot of times if you binge, you purge, right? Those words are put together many times as well. In fact, if you like Metallica, they have a live box set called Metallica Live Binge and Purge. Two wonderful words there, very, poetic words in a way. Netflix binger, we can all agree, they don't just entertain us. I'm looking for the most difficult things here. A little more in-depth. Practice this one with me. In-depth, en profundidad. So deep is profundo, and in-depth is en profundidad, right? Okay, good. So let's keep going here. One of my favorite online resources is IMDb, the Internet Movie Database. It's a movie buff's heaven. This website has a plethora of interesting movie details. You can even read dialogue from the most popular scenes ever. This is especially helpful because you don't only learn vocabulary and structure from the dialogue, but you also learn some fascinating vocabulary in the stage direction. The stage direction is full of useful action verbs. She sighs, shrugs her shoulders. He winks. He rolls his eyes. And if you really want to take it a step further, you can read the whole screenplay instead of just little excerpts. Okay, so let's go back and take a look at that. Okay, one of my favorite resources, right? One resource, two resources, okay? Movie buff. There's another word, buff. To buff is, right? But also a buff is somebody who loves something. A movie buff loves movies, right? So it's a movie buff's heaven, a movie lover's heaven. The website has a plethora. I'm sure you recognize that one, plethora. Dialogue, stage direction. Now, stage direction, this is interesting because this was tough to translate. Stage direction is literally the action. So you have the lines that the actors read, right? And then you have the stage direction, which, as I said, you can learn. What I'm getting at, a lo que voy, is you can learn a lot of English from that because it's all action. So let's look at this. She sighs. That's a note to the actor, but that's a great verb to know. She sighs. Suspira. Shrugs his shoulder. Did you know this one? To shrug your shoulders is, I don't know. To shrug your shoulders. To wink, right? These are all things you can learn by reading screenplays or reading dialogue on this website, IMDb. He rolls his eyes. How do you say this one in Spanish? To roll your eyes is like, here we go again, right? To roll your eyes. So these are all action verbs you can learn, guys. So there you go. Let's continue. As I said, I'll go through each paragraph and then we'll go through the little points that we need to look at. As I studied theater, I've read many plays and I highly recommend them too. Read screenplays, plays, interviews, etc. Anything that has dialogue. However, if you watch current movies, series, documentaries, then you will hear the latest vocabulary. Oftentimes, native speakers get our popular vocabulary from TV and movies that are popular at that given time. Nevertheless, I must warn you that words are always coming in and out of style. We don't use the same vocabulary as they did in Hollywood's heyday. If you watch a movie from the 1950s, you'll hear that it sounds nothing like modern speak. I'm not saying you shouldn't watch the classics. Just be aware that we don't use all the words you'll hear. Some might be outdated. Okay, so I've read, remember, read, read, read. Okay, I've read. Current. Remember, it's not actual. Actual is real. Current is actual. It means now. It's happening now. Current, right? Let's see. Current. The latest. Lo último. Native. Don't say native. It's native. Nevertheless or nonetheless. In Spanish, you would say no obstante. No obstante. I must warn you. Right? Warning, aviso, pues el verbo es to warn. I must warn you, right? Hollywood's heyday. The heyday is its golden moment. I think you say apogeo. Golden moment, the heyday of Hollywood, right? And outdated means it's old-fashioned. It's not popular anymore. And the perfect example, if you watch any movies from the 1950s, they're all like, hey, Jack, you want to go get a soda? Hey, I would never go get a soda with you, man. Like, so the way they spoke was just forced, and then acting became much more natural with Brando, Stanislav, this whole movement of theater and movies that they said, all right, we got to stop overacting and stop being and putting on these weird sounds. Maybe people spoke like that in the 50s, but we don't know. All right, so I'm sure if you watch Spanish movies or any movies from back in the day, the first thing you'll say is, oh, man, we don't sound like that anymore. And not just the vocabulary, I mean the way they speak. Another great thing about IMDb is the movie trivia section. It's full of fascinating facts about the movies. And in some cases, the stories behind the scenes are more captivating than the actual movies themselves. I spent hours learning about my favorite movies on IMDb, and I recommend you explore this wonderful free resource too. It's an unconventional way to brush up on your English and movie knowledge. So, yeah, the trivia section on IMDb. Guys, you should save IMDb if you love movies, if you love learning English with movies. IMDb should be one of your favorites there. And I love the trivia section, as I said. Okay, to brush up on, phrasal verb there, to improve, right? To brush up on, okay? The age-old question, subtitles or no subtitles? Remember, you're watching a movie, so you want to enjoy yourself. After all, it is entertainment, so you must be entertained. If you feel you need subtitles, use them. That's what they're for. Try and put them on in English. But if you still can't follow, you have Spanish as a second, or your native language as a second option. One step at a time. I know this one right now. One step at a time. You shouldn't get frustrated. If you're a beginner, you can start with movies you already know. This way, you don't have to pay as much attention because you already know the plot or characters. Some recommendations: Toy Story, E.T., Star Wars, Jaws, Shrek, Disney and Pixar movies work well. Okay, so subtitles or no subtitles? You got to make that decision, right? That's got to be a decision based on your level. So you have to make that decision. And maybe it'll vary. It'll depend on how much slang there is in the movie. If you watch Sopranos, it's not going to be the same dialogue, the same rhythm, the same vocabulary as Game of Thrones. See? So you might have difficulty with certain accents. It happens to me. Sometimes I watch like a Scottish or an Irish movie or something, and I'm like, whoa. I really have to pay attention. Whereas if it's Adam Sandler or some American movie, I don't have to pay as much attention. So even native speakers, guys, if it's not an accent you're used to, we feel your pain. All right. So, but you always have that option. So it shouldn't be frustrating. You should learn English from movies, but don't get frustrated. Still enjoy the movies, right? The good thing about watching movies is that you can do it alone or in good company. I prefer the second option with butter popcorn and a cozy blanket to boot. If you watch a flick with a friend, you can discuss it afterwards. Then it becomes more than just a passive experience of watching a movie. It turns into a conversation where you can participate, voice your opinion, share your thoughts, or even have a catharsis. This way, you aren't just listening, you're practicing speaking too. Movies are a great topic for small talk. They're safe and not as controversial as politics or religion. The second option, cozy. It's another way to say comfortable. If you have difficulty with the word comfortable, say cozy, C-O-Z-Y. And when I put, at the end of that sentence, I put to boot. To boot means as well, también, also, right? Let's see. A flick. It's another way to say movie, right? Flick. Netflix. And the rest of the paragraph looks pretty easy. Let's see. Another great thing about movies and series is that we can hear a wide range of accents, something we just talked about, used by many English speakers throughout the world. I hate to burst your bubble, but there's more than just British English and American English. I'll leave you some suggestions to hear different accents. Again, if you want to make it an active experience instead of a passive one, try imitating the different accents. Another thing to remember is that there isn't just one American, Australian, Irish accent or dialect. Just like in Spain, we don't speak the same in the north as in the south. Aside from having different cadences, we use different words for the same thing. All right, so a wide range, we said before, a wide array of accents. I hate to burst your bubble. I hate to give you bad news, right? I hate to rain on your parade. I hate to burst your bubble. What else? The rest of the, aside from, aparte de, right? Aside from. So I gave you some movie recommendations, but if you want to see those, you're going to have to go to the article. So you got, for example, Train Spotting, Edinburgh, Scotland, right? Midnight Cowboy, it's interesting. You get a Texas accent and a New York accent. So you got a lot of different ones. Fargo, Minnesota. Those are a couple examples, right? Let's see. Let's continue. We've got a little bit more and we'll wrap up. Any comments and all that, we'll take a look at the end. Movie titles are always a gas. Now, gas is funny. Think of it. Laughing gas. It's always a gas. And yes, you can learn from them too. Since Hollywood screenwriters want to be witty and cute when they name their movies and characters, they love double meanings. For example, Die Hard, Jungla de Cristal, means it's hard to kill John McClane. He just won't die. Or Die Hard as an adjective, which means fervent, siempre me equivoco con esa. See, I told you, native mistake. Fervent or enthusiastic, right? And John McClane, the character, is both of these things, right? Another character, Tony Stark. Stark means severe or candid. Cruella de Vil, cruel devil, right? She's Bugs Bunny. To bug is to bother someone. What does Bugs Bunny do? Hey, what's up, Doc? Right? So again, guys, you don't only learn from the dialogue, you learn from the characters, you learn from the titles, you learn from whatever you want if you're eager to learn. Not just with movies, with music, as you know, and everything else. Another downside to watching dubbed movies is that you miss the jokes. Not every joke is translatable, especially puns, plays on words. Here are some of the best untranslatable jokes in movies that you may have missed. If you want to see more examples, check out my book. This book is The Milk. I'm not going to give you any examples of those missed movie jokes. You got to get my book or check out the article, or both. But there are many jokes that cannot be translated. Also, guys, I want to cut it short. I don't want to go on too much because we're going to do a little game. I want your comments, and then I got to go to the pool. I got a date with the pool. Okay, so we use many movie lines in everyday English, jokingly at times. Like when you excuse yourself to go to the bathroom and you say in a monotone voice, "I'll be back," as if you were Arnold himself. Or when someone says something rude to you and you respond, "You talking to me? You talking to me?" in your best De Niro voice. Let's play a little movie game to test your knowledge of some of the most famous movie lines ever. All you have to do is A, guess the missing word. 2, guess what movie the quote is from. And I'm going to give you guys a couple. Let's do it this way, just to not get crazy here. I'm going to give you guys 3 movie quotes now. I want you guys to play along with us in the comments, okay? 3 movie quotes. 3 movie quotes. And I want you guys to tell me the missing word and the movie, okay? Here we go. You guys know I love to play. So here's the part where I'm going to urge you guys to participate in the comments, okay? Here we go. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a... Okay, so what's the missing word? Wait, I'm going to give you 3. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a... What's the missing word? And what movie is it from? Okay, the next one. To infinity and... What's the missing word? What movie is it from? And the last one, shaken, not... Shaken, not... Okay, so we're missing 3 words. I want to know the 3 words that are missing from these very, very popular movie lines. And I want to know what movies they're from, just to test your movie knowledge and how well you know these lines that I think any native speaker would know. Okay, so a couple of those little challenges. You know, I love to challenge you guys. All right, a couple comments in the meantime. David Gomez says, without the beard, thank you for your feedback. Monse says, nice to see you, Alberto. You look great. Eres un crack. Te escucho siempre cuando estás con Carlas. Yo quiero que seas my teacher. Pues I am your teacher, Monse. Thank you so much. And I hope to be back on Radio Nacional for next season as well, too. So... David says, I've started translating articles for the local newspaper here thanks to your lessons. Awesome, David. Congratulations, and of course, keep it up. Angel says, as the boss, Bruce Springsteen, in one of his lyrics, no retreat, baby, no surrender. Thank you, Mr. AA. Wish you a soon recovery, or as we would say, a speedy recovery. Thank you very much, guys, for all your well-wishing. Let's see. Karma, Kud, J. Lima, Belen. You guys are all participating in our movie challenge over here. Let's see. I'll give you guys, let me give you the 3 movie lines again. Where's the article? So the first one, frankly, my dear, I don't give a... In Spanish, me importa un bledo, right? The next one, to infinity and... Nice preposition. Nice preposition. And the last one, very elegant, shaken, not... Okay? So, my beard is itchy. Speaking of learning from characters, itchy and scratchy. Rasca y pica. See? All right, so let's see if you guys know it. All right, a lot of people participating. Okay, the first word we were missing was damn. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Francamente, cariño, me importa un bledo. Right. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Okay. And very, very classic line over there. And the movie, that's right, Casablanca. Casablanca. All right. The next one, the next missing movie line that we had. Let me check them over here. Where's the article? Here it is. The next movie line that we were missing here was to infinity and beyond. Toy Story. Beyond, right? Further away. Beyond. Distant, right? And the last one, shaken, not stirred. To shake. You shook me all night long. Shaken, not stirred. Right? Remover is to stir. Careful, that's not remove. Remove is a false friend, is quitar. Okay? So guys, I hope you like the article. I hope you like learning English with movies, with music. It's a fun way to learn some English. And well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's live video. We've been on the air for almost an hour, which is a long time for me. Remember, I'm still recovering. But I want to thank you guys so much for being here today and for chatting with us about movies. Well, we talked about much more than just movies here today. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us. and we'll be back. I'll be back. In fact, I'll be doing lives on Instagram. Tune in today at 2 o'clock. Today at 2 o'clock, we'll have the new English on the Go USA coming out, which, as I said, I'll teach you English today from Central Park at Strawberry Fields, one of John Lennon's favorite spots in the park. So join me, guys. That's on YouTube. It'll be on Facebook. It'll be posted here tomorrow. So if you want to get it before, go to my YouTube page. And guys, as I always say, if you enjoy the classes, let people know. Let people know that there's a fun way to learn English. We're learning English all the time on YouTube, on Vaughn Radio, on Instagram, on Facebook, and there's a fun way to do it. So spread the word. That's all I ask. If you guys enjoy the lessons, you enjoy the videos, that we take the time to prepare, and well, spread the word. Tell your friends. Tell your family, anybody that you want to improve their English. Okay, so folks, that said, have a wonderful weekend, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Ciao.